Well, welcome back to Solo Marvel Champion. Today I'm playing Nebula Leadership against Unus. This is game 1 of my new Shatterverse. I'm starting in Villain Zone 1 of this Pocketverse. I also have another Pocketverse set up. Setup for Unus is complete. We come here, campaign setup, step 1, calculate travel time. Distance is 1, plus 1 if I'm playing expert, but I'm not. Gives me a total travel time of 1. Now, campaign step 2 says, place threat on the main equal to that total travel time, so I'll put 1. I did add a step 2.5 in Shatterverse that says, shuffle all of the Infinity Stones in this zone into the deck and place the Infinity Stone environment into play. Of course, this environment helps me trigger that stone that I just shuffled into the deck. Step 3 says I get to search my deck for a card with printed cost less than or equal to this total travel time and put it in my hand. So I'm going to put Cutthroat Ambition into my hand and shuffle. 3 reasons that's going into my hand. Number 1, it ensures I'm going to get to play a technique, which means I can draw 2 cards. Number 2, it's going to give me piercing so that I can knock off that tough. Number 3, the special is remove 3 threat. So Gamora is going to pop that special or lethal intent. So I hope for one of those in my opening hand. Okay, I did not get it. Combat Ready is interesting. It could do me some good because I might discard a combat training and get to resolve its special. But right now, I'm going to mulligan all 3 of these. Try to get more Gamora or Lethal Intent. Nebula Ship is good. Endurance is good. Welcome Aboard would be great if I'd gotten Gamora. So we're going to start with a Combat Ready. Discard until I get a technique. And hope that I don't lose Gamora in the process. Oh, I don't like that. Evasive Maneuvers. Choose to either stun or confuse an enemy. That's actually really good, and I think I'll go ahead and confuse. Now, I'll go ahead and stun because I do want to flip up. So let's do 1, 2 for Nebula Ship. Use that resource for Cutthroat Ambition to draw 2 cards. Oh, I might do Combat Ready again. Let's do Combat Ready again. Discard until I get a technique. Weapons Master. Ooh, and deal 4 damage. It just knocks off his tough. That's no fun. Then I'm going to use that Make the Call for Endurance. That gets me up to 12 hit points. Flip up, and I am just going to thwart 2 there, so he loses. You know what? That was an attack, so I also took a retaliate because that was at 4 when that happened. So let's ready. There's Gamora, although it won't matter. Well, actually, it can matter now that I drew another Cutthroat Ambition. 1 goes on, which means 1 goes on. He's attacking, but he's stunned. 1 encounter card. He attacks me. 2, and attach this to an infinite minion. I take 2. Could have been worse. Now, at the beginning of my turn, all of these are going to pop off. Choose to either stun or confuse an enemy. Here, I am going to confuse because I want to go back down. Weapon Master is going to deal 4. This is going to remove 3 threat. Now let's thwart 2, flip down. Use that for Cutthroat Ambition, which draws me 2 cards. Do 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Let's do this. Let's use Wide Stance to play Unyielding Presence, and then 3 for Gamora, and pop this special, which is Give Me a Tough. Then she can attack for 2. Let's ready. Ooh, Daughters of Thanos is so good, but that's a hero action. I hate that I lost so many allies. 1 goes on, which means 1 goes on here. He cannot scheme. And I get discard an upgrade or support I control. Man, that's tough. I'm going to get rid of Endurance, which loses me that 3 hit points right away. So we can use that for another Weapons Master, which is going to draw me 2 cards. 2 for Nowhere is fun. One for Downtime gets me up to a recovery of 5, which I don't necessarily need right now, but I am going to flip up. I'm not going to recover because I'm going to use Welcome Aboard for Daughters of Thanos to draw 3 cards. There's 1, 2, 3. Major Victory looks fun. But another Weapons Master could be interesting too. How do I want to do this? If I play Major Victory, I can deal 4 damage, draw a card, and be able to play another Weapons Master, but doing that means... No, I think that's going to be okay, because I am at plus, which one is it? +1 thwart and +1 attack. So let's do... Oh, that's not going to ready. It's only when he's defeated. So let's do... I would really like to get that card draw too, though. So let's go ahead and do 2 for Major Victory. It draws me a card. I think that Cutthroat Ambition is more important than Weapon Master. I'm going to attack for 3. He is going to attack for 1. And Gamora knocks him out. Now he comes back with 15 health and a tough. Oh, he only has 15. I wonder if I go ahead. Do I have... I do have Retaliate. So that's going to knock his tough off. Now what that also means is I'm going to end up getting stunned here, because that always happens when I have a Weapons Master out. So let's put another Weapons Master out. and recover, and ready. One goes on here, which means one goes on here. He's attacking me for 2, and I'm going to let it hit me because I have a tough. 2-3. That hits my tough. And right now, I have retaliate 2. So it's going to knock off his tough. Get 2 encounter cards. He has guard. Oh, and these are attacks, which means one will still go. But there's only 2 on here, so he won't quick strike me. And this one gives him +1 scheme and some other stuff. I'm just going to put that there for now. So at the beginning of my turn, all of these kick. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. Deal 4 to him. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. Deal 4 to him. Give me a tough. Remove 3 threat from a scheme. All right, what do I have in here now? I do have Drax in here. So let's make the call. 3 for Drax. Drax cannot attack minions, so he attacks for 3. This is all gone. Gamora attacks for 2. She's gone. Major Victory attacks for 1. He's defeated, and I interrupt that to ready a Guardian character. And he attacks for 3 more. And if that guard hadn't come out, that would have won me the game. Just for the fun of it, that doesn't go under him. Let's do ready for action to give him a tough, just because. Interestingly here, Squirrel Girl can win the game for me. 1 goes on, which means 1 goes there. He's attacking, and I'm going to take it because I have a tough. 2, 3, knocks off my tough. 1 encounter card. Deal 3 damage to an ally I control. Well, I'm going to deal that to Drax. Now, this guy does not have tough. So, let's do 2 for Squirrel Girl. Deal 1 damage to each enemy. 1 and 1. And yeah, let's get rid of the minion because I hate having minions. Let's attack that minion for 2. Attack that minion for 1. And then Drax attacks for 3. And doesn't even get defeated. I forgot he had 4 hit points. I thought he only had 3. So that is Nebula leadership against standard Unus. He's not that difficult. He is number 1 in Age of Apocalypse. So I didn't expect to have a problem with this. I just expected to not be able to play Nebula very well, but she's actually really strong. I just wasn't playing her properly in the past. So let's go back to the campaign sheet, get rid of all of this, and we're going to read victory. If at least 1 hero survived, let's go to victory here. If at least 1 hero survived and the villain was defeated, each surviving hero, I only had 1, may add up to 3 aspect cards in their deck to the deck of a hero in the next villain zone. If at least 1 does so, mark +1 next to training. Search the villain's deck discard pile for all Infinity Stones. The players as a group control them. So I know I had Power Stone in here. I now control the Power Stone. And by the rules of my custom campaign, heroes get +1 attack. So now going into the next villain zone, which will be Spider-Ham Justice versus Project Wide Awake, Spider-Ham is going to have +1 attack. And I get to shuffle 3 cards, 3 aspect cards from Nebula's deck into Spider-Ham's deck. So look out for that video. That'll probably be, can't speak today, that will probably be next Thursday. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a marvelous day.